بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين الحمد لله وشكر الله. Thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for these passing days and the blessings and the mercies inshallah that we are enveloping ourselves in and trying our best to make the most of. So inshallah in these days, as you know, that how our Ramadan is coinciding with the lockdown, with the pandemic, with the fear, with the economic crisis that is looming over our heads. There is so much going on. People that are stuck in their homes, okay, they're stuck in such a way that they're not able to go out, and a lot of the times people are stuck with other family members that cause a lot of grief. And so what we need to understand here is that for most people this is a very, very difficult time. Okay, for most people, alhamdulillah, that we speak to, they're having an amazing time. It's a spiritually uplifting time for them. It's a time that, you know, they're really connecting with themselves, connecting with their ibadat, connecting with their children, and getting those things done that they couldn't have done so before. And now, subhanallah, for a lot of people, and this is what I've noticed because of the line of work that we do with Afia Healing, is that I get a constant stream of messages coming through, and along with all our practitioners, a very similar case, that people are struggling with anxiety. People are struggling with, you know, the heightened levels of fear and stress that's associated with it. Along with that comes, you know, physical aches and pains, and it's also, you know, inflammation in the body. And there's so many changes that are going on, especially, you know, with Ramadan. People, you know, tend to like let go in the evening, so they're eating excessive amounts of food which isn't being digested, which again is causing the body to become very sluggish. And then eating excessive amounts of, you know, processed foods, sugars, which in itself, subhanallah, is creating more inflammation in the body. So the basics of dealing with stress and anxiety really in this time is to try and take back control. Okay, what is a panic attack? What is it that's actually happening? It's where the mind is going into overdrive, and the mind is thinking, what if? And it feels fear, it feels vulnerable, it feels helpless and hopeless, it feels the loss of control, yeah, or feeling out of control. And whenever that happens, automatically the body starts to, you know, adjust itself, or the mind is trying to adjust itself of trying to regain that control. And in doing so, the stress response is activated in the body. When the stress response is activated in the body, this is where we have problems. This is where we have trouble. This is where the body now starts to act on its own accord and not in accordance to what we want. And so one of the most important things, okay, and it seems obvious at this moment, is what do I need to do? Okay, the obvious answer here is when you're having a panic attack or when you're feeling overwhelmed, you need to breathe. But if your mind is already in auto mode, that it's running off a program that you've set for itself, that I am not safe, I'm not free, then straight away what's going to happen is your body will start taking shallow breaths. You'll feel suffocated. You'll feel like, you know, I can't, what if, and so you go into a panic. At that moment in time, really the first thing to do is bring yourself back. Bring yourself back in terms of the control that I now need to start breathing. Okay, gentle, deep breaths in and out. That's all that is needed, inshallah. Just breathe in from your nose and out of your mouth. In and out. That's first thing. The second thing that we need to associate with at the time of, you know, feeling this panic and anxiety is to think of something that makes you happy. Think of something that brings you joy and it brings you happiness. Now, this is something that I've been discussing with my clients regularly, is the fact that we as human beings are electrochemical in nature. We're electrochemical in nature. What do I mean? Our brain works on electricity. Okay, the synapses and the information that is relayed in our brain is electrical signals, and we know it's electrical signals because they've been measured. Okay, now once the electrical signals run through your circuitry, your synapses, they are sending a signal. They are creating a signal for you. When those signals are sent through your mind, your body responds to those signals. Now the signal can either be fear, it can be hopelessness, it can be helplessness, it can be anger, it can be sadness, it can be frustration, it can be shame, it can be guilt, it can be fear. All of those emotions or all of those signals will then require the body to respond. And if you are telling your body, or your mind is saying that, okay, I'm in danger, okay, I'm scared for my life, your body will begin to respond in a particular way. Your adrenal system will begin to release cortisol and adrenaline to actually get you up and power you up and start running away. But the opposite also is true, that the moment you find yourself that you are actually content, you're happy, that there isn't anything to be scared of, automatically your body then has to respond in that very similar way. You no longer have to run away. You no longer feel that you're losing control. Rather, you're feeling content, and you're feeling calm, and you're feeling happy, and you're feeling joy, and you're feeling love, and you're feeling compassion, and you're feeling forgiveness, and you're feeling mercy. When you enter into an elevated emotional state, which are these emotions, then automatically your body actually starts to calm down. Your shoulders begin to drop, and your breathing becomes, much more deeper. And so there's no more shallow breathing going on. So whenever you feel this anxiety coming on, please do two things. One is breathe, but two, connect that breathing to positive, happy thoughts. Okay? Find yourself something that makes you happy. It might be your children, it might be food, it might be a holiday, it might be some picture that you see that just creates this nice, calm, relaxing feeling. Okay, save that on your phone and put that as a screensaver, that whenever you need to, you can look at that and automatically your mind just feels at ease, and in that moment start to breathe. And when you start to breathe in this way, your body has to respond. Your body is only responding to the messages that are being sent to it from your mind. And your mind is working according to the programs that are already set in it. So either you feel that you're always under threat, or there's a danger, or your life is at stake, or you don't know what you're going to do, or you don't feel loved, or the opposite is true. I am safe. I am content. I am in control. I don't need to rush. Everything is going to be fine. Allah is in control. وَلَا حَوْلَ وَلَا قُوَّةَ إِلَّا بِاللَّهِ. You bring yourself to remember Allah. It's amazing, subhanAllah, when you feel that you're losing control, the best dhikr at this point is La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. When you start reciting La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah, that there is no power or might except in the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then you are giving that loss of control from yourself to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Give it back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Know that He is your Rabb. Know that He is your sustainer. Know that He is looking after you. And when you begin to do this, subhanAllah, when you begin to do this, you automatically allow your body to calm down. You are no longer fighting for your life, because your life is already in Allah's hands. And subhanAllah, when we start to do this, when we start to take back control and give back control to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then automatically the panic attacks and the anxiety and the fears have nowhere to hold on to. They simply like, a dry branch, and you shake it, the leaves just fall off. So please, inshallah, I hope this is helpful for you, and please forward it on this video onto anyone, inshallah, who struggles with panic and anxiety. And if you do have any more questions, then please feel free to comment below and let me know, inshallah, and I'll be happy to answer your questions, and maybe we can do some more of these lives as well of how to deal with stress and anxiety. May Allah make it easy. May Allah accept your ibadat. May Allah accept your fasting and your standing at night. May Allah accept our intentions. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala relieve this dunya from the tests, the trials and the tribulations that we are undergoing. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow for all of us, inshallah, to make tawbah, and may our tawbah be accepted in these last 10 nights of Ramadan. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk, wa sallallahu ala sayyidina maulana Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun, wa salamun ala al-mursaleen, walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Assalamu alaikum.